Yo, what's up guys, here it's Day-Pup here. Welcome back to another brand new GTA video. In today's video, we're actually going to be talking about an article that came out last week from Games Radar, doing an interview with design director Scott Burchard from Rockstar North, and he actually has been teasing some stuff that is going to be coming into GTA Online through this year and into, the holiday season. So we're going to be talking about what he has to say in an article and pulling out key points and so much more. So let's get right into today's video. So again, I know I teased that I was going to be covering this article. It came out last week by Joe Donnelly on Games Radar, and finally I got the chance to again talk about it. And again, I will leave the link down in the description down below, because I'm going to be talking about the key concepts that I found within the article and what the community has thought about the article as well. But the title was GTA Online Design Director, quote unquote, couldn't have ever dreamed, quote unquote, it'd still be going 10 years on, which I think is a great title. And again, yeah, GTA Online is going to be 10 years old soon, and we don't know what Rockstar has in store for that. So again, design director from Rockstar North, Scott Burchard, was the first to, be interviewed. There was actually one part which I will talk about in later in today's video of actually the lead designer, Chris Bell. But again, it first started off like this. He said, when I first started working on GTA Online, we were still finding our feet. Especially, we were pushing these smaller updates while working hard to bring together the first heist. So it's been an epic learning experience with tons of fun and unexpected twists and turns, thanks in no small part to the incredible feedback from our community. When we started out, I didn't think we could ever dream we'd still be going 10 years on. The success of GTA Online is nothing we ever expected. And I love how Scott puts this. Again, he's talked about in this article, community. And yes, again, Rockstar North and their team and Rockstar in general, again, are getting a lot of the, the quality of life changes that we'll be talking about and just other stuff that they want to put in the game from the community. And again, his team never thought GTA 5 Online would go this far and be 10 years running without, either GTA Online 2 or another title. And again, those smaller updates were like the Beach Bum update that we got first. So again, that's what smaller updates you're talking about. And we know Rockstar has brought out bigger updates than smaller now. Again, they're bringing cars, they're bringing, new content, but I'm sure Rockstar is, wanting to bring out even better content. Again, this first started on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 after the launch in 2013. And again, Rockstar can do a lot more stuff on these newer consoles. He also said this: certainly, we want to make sure GTA Online updates are free and accessible to everyone so that our entire community can experience it together. That still stands today, says Burchard. Looking back at the start, we were pushing GTA Online primarily as a multiplayer experience. Whether it's incorporated or competitive, we felt we needed to get players in and have fun playing together in a shared space. As time went on, we realized so much of the experience works better when we provide more potential to enjoy the game on an individual level, and that the core experience can be changed and improved upon by playing with others. So he's basically pointing at that they, when they were bringing out these free updates, which he says today that they are going to be continuing being free for all players. You don't have to buy them like when the next update comes out. And again, what he's saying here is Rockstar had this imagination of having players playing together while doing the updates with heists. That you couldn't do it on an individual basis. Like some players actually like to play alone. And again, Rockstar, as you see with these last couple updates, they brought out that you can actually play by yourself. And he basically confirms that they are going to be continuing that path, which I think is cool. He also says that is a big part in the game. He said it's super important to us that players find new ways to connect with each other, whether through events we create or by us providing the tools for them to create their own moments. We've got a bunch of ideas in the works right now, all the way up until the holidays at the end of the year, so please stay tuned. So yes, he actually ended with this. Again, they have a lot of content coming up in the holidays that I'm sure we're going to get more details on as the months process into the summer and then back into the fall and winter months. And so I don't know what that's going to be, but it looks like Scott and their team are now having, a lot of ideas going forward. He also went on to say this. He said, frankly, there are so many cool ideas and directions we can take. It's great to still surprise our players to give them something to be excited about, says Bertrand. At almost 10 years old, there's a really cool thing to be able to do. The community's contribution to the overall design of the game has only increased over time. Our vision remains, but it's a beautiful partnership with the community. We still have our plans, but they are less hard locked in than they once were to allow for this external input. We are always working to balance things in a way that makes sense for every player and play style, so that there's always something for everyone to have fun doing. Well said there, Scott. Again, Rockstar's motto, they want to have stuff for players to play. Now, again, I'm not happy kind of with Rockstar, kind of like Destiny, how they're always bringing out updates to the game. I know people have been telling me, why is Rockstar only bringing out 2 updates a year? So I don't know. Again, we know a lot of the team is now working on GTA 6. So again, they can't really help that right now, but I'm sure they have a lot locked in, as Scott said, on the input from the community and how they are designing this game as well. They also go on to say, and this is coming from Scott, of what we should expect during the Halloween season, as it looks like we might be getting a downloadable content. Again, he said there's a fun example of this that's coming for this year's Halloween event. It makes me laugh every time. I can't wait to see how players react to. So they have something in store for the Halloween season. We're just going to have to wait and see. Again, it's not going to be probably your typical slasher or whatever they bring out during the holiday season. And kind of lastly, he went on to say this that kind of struck my mind. He said the community's contribution to overall design of the game, going on from the lead designer, Chris Bell, he considered this as the community's feedback. He said, Bell adds, we identify and consider so much player feedback, and we are always looking at ways to implement community requests as we continue to create new updates. Sometimes, however, what feels like the simplest fixes can be the most challenging to implement. So it might take some time for the community's desired changes to make their way into the game. Hopefully, recent improvements to the game has shown that we're working to address the community's requests as we move from update to update. So Bell is saying that they are taking every community request, either that being payout changes or other changes that the community feels that needs to be changed that would make the game better for players, maybe safer. We know Rockstar's already did, some security updates as well. Kind of in this matter, but again, he's saying some of these simple fixes can be hard, and that's why we don't see them until we actually get a downloadable content update. So again, I want to say thank you, Games Radar, for doing this interview with Scott Burchard and Chris Bell, both design director and lead designer at Rockstar North. It looks like they have a lot in store for 2023 that I cannot wait for Rockstar Games to announce what is going to be coming in the future. So I know there's a lot of stuff regarding Rockstar Games over the last couple days and last week that I still need to cover on my channel. So again, quote unquote, stay tuned for that, folks. Again, if you did enjoy today's video, like, rating would be super awesome. Remember to subscribe to the GTA Puzzle channel for more videos like this. My name is Pup here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.